All right, I'm starting this just so we don't lose anything.
Let's do it.
Right. I got to get rid of the cigarette and light a cigar.
Okay, got it. Had to put it on there.
You know, every time I do this, I think about Pro Dillinger calling me a goon.
Why? Because you sit back smoking a cigar?
Well, he goes, this motherfucker smoked 3 cigarettes back to back and then lit up a cigar.
Oh, yeah.
And then called me a goon.
Yeah, that shit's wild. This shit wild as fuck, yo. But you want me to go ahead and kick it off, fellas?
Yeah, let's do this.
You are now listening to the Abyss Podcast with Carl the White Monk, Primo Jab, and Dookie Cage. Hip hop on a higher form. Going further down pause, further down pause, further down pause. Tap in.
Oh yeah, we on here, yo. We got yeah. I'm glad you on here, Duke. Okay, we'll kick it off, yo. Everybody, welcome to the Abyss Podcast, issue number motherfucking 86, huh? Yeah.
You nailed that.
Pause.
Nailed it.
Pause.
Whoa. We got a real special a guest in the building right now. It's funny that we have Krang in the building with us. You know what I'm saying, over there. Word. What freaky student, sexy student, she sucked my wang, pull down her panties, her pussy look like Krang. Yeah, that shit crazy. But Carl, that's a dope sweatshirt you got there, bro. Dope
it
sweatshirt.
is. I've got dual sweatshirts here because I like rocking merch.
True indeed. My shit's packed up somewhere.
Oh, and real quick, I got that new Gucci Ghost merch came out today from Sep.
Man, I was working. I couldn't. Maybe there's some left.
Me and the wife a couple of t-shirts.
It's there till 12.
Boom. Big up to Brother Seppington, Father Sepp, and Mickey Diamond, Big Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Gucci Ghost with memorabilia, all that good shit. So go over there and cop that shit. If it's not, it's probably gone right now. It's Tuesday.
By the time we drop this, it is.
Yeah, by the time this drops, yeah.
It's
if you didn't get it, you suck.
Yeah, you slipped. Yo, Primo Jab, it's a dope shirt you got there, bro. How you feeling?
Man, I'm all right, man. Rocking this 7 of 25.
Oh shit.
Squat Dead Face Aldovino special. You know what I mean?
What's up, yo?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I had to dig deep in the art bag to honor our guest today. I want to make sure that we really going. Man, I'm about to go crazy today. I got special jug old tequila. I'm about to go crazy, man. We about to get into it. Yeah.
And on the horn with Crane right there. You know what I'm saying? We got my Welsh homie over there. From Wales.
Oh shit. Damn, you from Wales? Oh fuck, here we go.
Yeah, man.
I
clocked the other day, man. I watched the Hobgoblin one, I think, and you mentioned Cardiff. I was like, this guy knows, man.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, I know. Oh man, we about to have a ball.
Our geography specialist, man. Telling you.
Yo, man, who's my man from Wales that's really good in soccer? What, I'm drawing a blank right now. He played for Spurs. Now
that's insulting. There are lots of great players from Wales.
Nah, but there's one who's Pretty Boy Floyd that everybody loves. Hey, Duke, tell me who is it? Huh?
Do you know what? In football, man, I'm like stuck in the 90s. I like watched it when I was a kid for a bit. I could tell you all the players from like 98, like, you know what I mean? But as soon as we get to the new, it's probably Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bell. Yeah, I drew a blank. I said Pretty Boy Floyd, and it probably was like, boom, yeah, because all the hoes love they love that guy, yo. Yeah, he sucks. Anyway, no, he doesn't. He's good. Yo. I'm a Chelsea guy. And he broke my heart a couple times. I was mad at him. Know what I mean? Mad at him, yeah. But for overseas, over the pond, we got another special guest, yo. Ral Duke, a.k.a. Sam Jones, in the building, yo. Whoa.
Big ups, guys. Big ups, man.
Crowd goes, wow.
I love what you're doing, man. I love what you're doing out here, man. I've been watching.
Dope, man.
It's fucking sick. Love it.
Thank you.
We appreciate
you so much.
No doubt, man. You got the Kiss. Is that the Biggie?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, it's pretty fresh, man. I wish I had that shit. You know what I'm saying? Word. That's fresh.
You got
shit,
a couple frame pictures in the background, Lukey. You're doing okay.
Oh yeah. I just put them shits up. Like saying, I just moved to my new spot. I'm not downtown no more. Yeah, people made fun of me for not hanging my shit up. Dude, they made fun of me all day. Yosep made fun of me. They was making fun of me for my shit. Yeah, boom. Yeah, man.
What you got back there, man?
Oh, I got the Don't Get Scared Now joint from Sep. And I got the Fly Guy joint. And I got there's a Wu-Tang joint right there. That's myself to the or whatever side that is. Yeah, that's myself right there.
The one you just covered up with your hand.
Yeah, the one you covered up.
Yeah,
that's the Powers Cosmic joint. Right?
Yeah, I had definitely. It's the Power Cosmic joint. Yeah, so I got a couple shits framed. I'm saying, the whole you being you graphic design, correct?
Yeah, man. Yeah, so Well, I sort of fell into it, it's like I wouldn't call myself a graphic designer, but yeah.
Explain some of that right there, because this whole culture is based upon, of course, the music. You know what I'm saying? But people want to just put this genre of music and they want to call it coke raps or whatever. But if they do that, they're degrading it. Yeah, degrading it.
Talk about that, Lukey.
Shout out to Reddit idiots.
Yeah, shout out to Reddit punks.
No one calls it the Abyss or the Invisible Renaissance.
Who said that?
Shut the fuck up. Some idiot on fucking Reddit.
I know.
True indeed. Yeah, but it's based upon art. Now, how did you fall into doing the graphic design? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you got some pretty cool little covers that are out there.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, man. No. So for me, it's I started out as a rapper years and years ago. Okay. I'm talking about 2004, I probably started rhyming, and then I was always wanted to be self-sufficient, innit? So for me, it was a necessity for me to design my own covers. You know what I mean? So I always had that behind me, and yeah, it was just one of those things, man. West Side Gun, early days. He was looking for a cover. He posted there on his Instagram or whatever. And he was like, yo, who's got covers? And I just started messing around. It was on my phone. I was doing it. I was just fucking with some apps. And I was sending them over to him, and a couple of days afterwards, then he hit me up, and then it just goes on from there, to be honest with you. It wasn't something I was chasing, really. It was just I thought I was a fan of his music, and I thought, I'll give it a go, man.
Shout out Wes, man. That's one of his things, I think, man.
Putting people on.
Putting people on and recognizing art and talent. I know it's gotten kind of to the point where it seems kind of almost played out and cliche by saying art, but I think, especially from what you're talking about, and especially when you're talking about West Side Gun, I mean, I really think he is somebody who has an eye for things that are artistic and able to find what's going to be the next ill shit before it's ill, just because he likes it, you know what I mean? And then 100%. all of a sudden, pow, it's the next ill thing. I'm gonna get into that more. I'm sorry, keep going, Luke. Don't let me cut you off.
They call it the West effect. The West effect. And West touches it, then all of a sudden here comes everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And it helps out. Sep, Squad Deadface, PQ, all these guys had the West effect. Now let's go back to you. You started rapping in 2004. That's when you first started rapping.
Yeah, right at the start. I was just leaving school at that time.
Word.
Yeah, and just fucking messing around with the boys, and then it just started getting.
Yeah, what made you want to rap? 2004 is a very odd time. It's like Dipset, right?
Yeah, for me, I wasn't really at that time following that. It was more what was going on here in the UK, which was I don't know if you guys are aware of Jest and Task Force.
I've heard of Task Force, absolutely.
Task Force.
Yeah. Farmer G, Farmer?
Farmer, yep.
That was his group, yeah.
Wow, really? Oh, that's crazy.
They were top tier guys, man. But them guys, I was more into that sound that they were doing, and that's what put me onto it, really,
This is up, yo. So did you go by Ral Duke?
Yeah, man. Yeah. That name's just stuck with me, man. It's stuck with me. I don't even like the name, to be honest with you, man.
Where did it come from?
It's from Fear and Loathing, Hunter S. Thompson, the journalist.
Yeah.
It was his alter ego. And at the time, it was
wow.
I knew that, but didn't even put two and two together. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I took a couple of the letters out. It's Ral Duke is his name.
Oh, it's Ral Duke. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's dope.
But where I'm from, we have an accent where the A's are very sharp. And so I wanted Ral, like, so
wow, that's what's up. It sounds like that. Wow, that's wild.
Ral Duke.
Hold on, man. Okay. Hold on, man.
He dropped his earbud.
Like, there we go.
There you go.
You back? Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, man, you just brought up. See, that's that hip hop shit right there. It has that cultural, local cultural meaning. That's why I'm sure you've heard it, and I'm sure everybody else has heard it and might be getting sick of it. But I'm a total fan of people who instill their own regional dialects and essence into what they're doing. Anything that has a touch of home to it, I think, is what makes things authentic. Because I feel like in, let's see, 16, 17, 18, and even now in the mainstream, we've been suffering from a lot of people coming out and they have this generic sound, right? Where they can be coming from somewhere in Florida or somewhere in Montana, somewhere in Scotland, and still kind of be rhyming on this same sort of cutout pattern.
Yeah.
But the people who I think really stand out and do the best are people who take something or take that pattern, even if that's their prototype, but they take it and they put their own regional flavor on it. Like, I think that's why the Buffalo guys, the upstate New York guys really got in, because they put they put that sound onto kind of the standard boom bap isms. But yeah, you saying Ral Duke instead of Ral Duke, I mean, that's raw. That, to me, that made that even more of an iller name.
You know, it's when you mentioned that too, I instantly thought of like the Fly Hooligan, and I love British rappers that sound very British and incorporate British slang into the rap. But I also thought of Brown Bag Money, and like, you know, the cats up there in Canada definitely don't sound like they're from New York. You know, but still heavy, grimy, but it's definitely got their own flavor to it. So yeah, it's a great point.
I'm gonna interject. I don't like British rappers.
You've said that before.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Check it out. I don't like them when they don't rap on good beats. How about that? So the Fly Hooligan, no problem with them all. But when Dizzy Rascal would rap on some weird shit.
Well, Dizzy Rascal is grime, though.
Yeah, that's more of a grime thing, man.
Yeah, that's not rap.
Don't hate on the rappers because the beats aren't there. Shout out Dizzy Rascal.
I like Dizzy Rascal, man. He was all right.
Dizzy Rascal got a couple joints, but
straighten up, look sharp.
But and he got the song with Bun B, We Don't Believe You. But like when he rap on some other shit, I'd be like, I don't want to listen to this anymore, man. Like, where? I just want to listen to it no more. Yeah.
Well, it's not for you though. That makes sense though. It's that's for the ears of the UK purists, that are really in that grime world. They probably appreciate songs that you don't like, and then the same thing. Yeah, of course. But that's what I'm saying. That's just like they hear probably some of our stuff and are like, oh yeah, that one's good, but they might not like certain other ones.
But then you have the one the Owls. What are the group name? The Owls. They had a lot of premier beats. What's this guy's name? Yeah, the Four Owls. No problem with that whatsoever. I think that was some of the purest, dopest music, and then they got some of the best premier beats.
Okay.
You know so I was like,
to clear this up, so that you don't make the same kind of mistake. So it's not British rappers; it's rappers that rap on whack beats that you don't like.
That seems to be the answer.
Because you have the same problem with rappers in the United States that rap on whack beats, don't you?
Absolutely.
I've been listening to this girl named Sexy Red that got that song called Pound Town nonstop, and I don't like them beats. So like, boom. I don't know.
Sexy Red, is she attractive?
No, not really.
Oh,
I mean, so if you in the rap,
is the song? Are the songs really nasty?
Hell yeah.
Then that's why you're listening to it.
Hey, yo, don't judge me, Ral Duke. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and here's another thing. She's from St. Louis.
I thought she was from Milwaukee.
No, she's from St. Louis, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Maybe.
Okay. Even better.
Maybe.
Shout out to Lou.
So, okay, boom. Let's go back to this. We're going back to from Genesis 2004. You started rapping. You were influenced by other great music up there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was kind of connected to a little bit of that stuff right there, just listening because we were thirsty for hip hop, good hip hop music around that time, like not some flashy shit. So boom, so you started rapping 2004. When did you get into the production side? Were you always into the production side?
So, like, in between that, I was in a group called Squid Ninjas. And like Primo was saying, man, like, we really flew the flag for our country, like, and particularly our town. I'm from Barry Town, and it has a really fucking, all the MCs, it's all dark hip hop. It's what's popular now, really. Like, you know, it's those slow beats. It was all that, like, you know. But yeah, we released a couple of albums under that moniker, like, and yeah, about, I want to say 2014. I was always around, like, you know, studios, seeing people produce beats, and then I just picked up an MPC from 2014. Got it super cheap, the MPC 1000, and it's go from there, man. To be honest with the beats, like.
Bro. So you just on one day you just like, okay, I'm gonna pick up this MPC, and like, boom, you just was watching people do it, and that's how you didn't have like a mentor.
Yeah. So one of my mates was like, "Yo, you should pick this up because, you know, I got an ear for sampling and things like that. You know,
okay, yeah,
a close ear." So he was like, "Yo, you should pick it up, man." So yeah, it was one of them. He had the same machine, and I always wanted it. But at the time, like, it was a lot of money to spend if, you know, it's something you might not be into, like, you know. So I managed to pick one up pretty cheap, man. So yeah, that was lucky, man. And ever since then, I see it like you know, how people look at a Game Boy, you know what I mean? Or like a fucking, or a puzzle, you know what I mean? Each sample to me is like a PlayStation game that I'm putting into it, you know what I mean? And I play with that then, like, you know, that's the way I envision it when I make stuff.
That's dope. Indeed. And I think also you being an MC as well, maybe making beats you want to rhyme on.
Yeah.
Or you would rhyme on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That helps out.
It definitely does, man, because I know what it's like to wrestle a beat, like, you know what I mean? I know what it's like when a beat's too overpowering and it's a struggle for the MC to jump on it. So for me, it definitely helped MCing as well. I don't do it anymore. But like it definitely helped in terms of like, what would I like? You know what I mean?
So indeed. You ever get the itch? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. Yeah. The itch is there, man. But I have little notepads, you know, on my phone for a few bars down if it comes into my head, man. But yeah, nothing that's like, I have no thought about making a rap album myself at the moment, like, you know.
So indeed. Another guy that I don't know if y'all know, but our people on our podcast, if you didn't listen to it, Wavy the God, he also used to rap, and he was No Emotions right hand man. You know what I'm saying? So I want Wavy the God to rap with me and No Emotion. That'd be awesome, yo. So maybe that will happen one of these days when I get some more time. That'll be fire. And yeah, definitely. 2014, picked up the MPC. You know what I'm saying? Let's go into this lane though. Let's catch up to this time. You know what I'm saying? We know you've done work, bangers, early bangers. I think right now our AD and our BC is everything before Pray for Paris.
Really?
After Pray for Paris is
that's the mark.
Yeah, I think that's
wow.
I think that's when things turn.
Give me a reason why you think that's such a groundbreaking inflection point of time, because I mean that's what we're calling. I think if anything we're going to call before Jimmy Kimmel and after Jimmy Kimmel, if you want to put it on the Griselda guys. But why is it Pray for Paris?
Because that's when newer fans came in to the fold who had nothing to do, don't know anything about Griselda or the music. They just wanted to do it because it was popular. The same people who wore look who did the cover. Virgil did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but did that make people like all of a sudden start paying attention to the Abyss? after that point, I don't think that's when we got a
not
huge
the abyss, not the
influx.
Abyss. That's when people gravitated towards Griselda. That don't listen to the Abyss.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Lukey.
I think that's the Shady deal.
The Shady deal. Okay, before Shady, after Shady.
But the Shady deal, they were still rocking out some good shit and some grimy shit. Like, didn't the Hitlers with niggas in Paris? Didn't that drop?
Niggas in Puerto Rico.
Niggas in Puerto Rico, yeah, not niggas in Paris. Damn, that's Jay-Z. Yeah, Hitler's 5 dropped when they was on. Yeah, Hitler's 5 was still rocking.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to think about it. Like when they signed that deal with Shady, the only people that really were like drawn to them were already hip hop heads, people who are already deep into hip hop. Like Shady,
that's why I say Pray for Paris. Pray for Paris.
But that's what I'm saying. Even with Pray for Paris, I'm just playing, the counter to what you're saying. Like even when Pray for Paris came out with a Virgil cover, I don't think that wasn't when you just had Joe Smo casual listener decide that they're going to start listening to West Side Gun or Griselda. Like, I mean, like I said, I would really think it would be after, you got to say the Jimmy Kimmel show, if you're going to call it with those guys. Like,
and was that after Pray for Paris?
Yeah, that was the What Was Sheen Gun Do album. They did Right Brick on My Brick on Jimmy Kimmel.
That was after Pray for Paris.
Well, okay, well there you go. So that's after Pray for Paris.
Pray for Paris really was sick though.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about quality. I love Pray for Paris. I mean, Allah sent me $500 ounces. I mean, both of those are anytime. You don't like Pray for Paris?
It's like one of my least favorites of.
I've heard that before. Yeah. I've heard you say that, I think. All right, to each their own. Yeah.
I like Fly God is an awesome guy. Like Fly God is an awesome guy too. Better than Pray for Paris. I like Stove guy, stuff like that. Yeah.
I like Peace Fly God a lot.
Primo Jab.
Yo.
I was thinking about nah.
Oh, okay. You sure? What were you gonna ask me?
Nah.
All right, well, fine.
I was turning it over to you. I was turning it over to you to get
perfect.
Some of this early Conway stuff that Ral Duke had done.
Exactly. Well, that's what I was gonna talk about. I mean, that's a good counter. I'll save what else I want to say for later. Yeah, good segue. Thank you, Lukey.
Yeah. But here's the deal. The Pray for Paris and Peaceful Fly God ain't grimy. I like grimy.
Dan Housen is one of those songs.
Before I forget, man. The Mickey Diamond album, man, they went crazy for that on Reddit, on the MF Doom thread, on the MF Doom. Yeah, they say there's like 8 people. Check this album out.
Saki.
Oh my God. Yeah, Saki. Yeah.
Check this out. We gonna get it. I'm trying to tell you, man. Like that's okay. So let me just start this by saying.
It's good Reddit stuff. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's 1 point Reddit gets for that. But again, what I was gonna say, thank you when you were passing it to me, man. Like you've been low key doing so many people's joints for a while, especially since that 2017 mark. And in fact, I don't think anybody would slap me on the wrist for saying that we can talk about the Ral Duke era almost kind of like how, in the Renaissance period, you had Raphael, you had Michelangelo, you had all these different marquee artists, right? And in this time that we have the same thing, we have, you have your Squat Death Bass, you have your or Seppington, you have, your Kip the Fogs, you have Ral Duke, you know what I mean? Proach, all these names that are illustrious names that are kind of the standard bearers for the art of what's going on in this era. Like
he makes beats too. That's the raw.
But that's the crossover. That's exactly what I was gonna get at. I was gonna say, like, I think you have to be probably one of the few people who could say that you have albums where you produced on there and you also did the cover for. Because, like, for example, like that Painkillers joint on that Conway, you understand what I'm saying? Like that's and not only that, that was one of the smudge face looks, right? Which I feel like that took over for a good shit. I want to say a good 3 months, 24 album run, right? Of people they were requesting. No, I want something with that, especially among like El Camino, Conway, Benny. Like you had your hand on the whole art direction for all of them, and then it switched up when you did the Alchemist. Then it switched up when you got to the Flea Lord Chamber. So man, hot. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like that's when I think you can see where, as I going back to what I was saying about the whole artistic similarities between the Renaissance of now and the Renaissance of then. You can see an artist like you evolve your style kind of over the course of years. You could be like, oh yeah, this is his collage-esque phase. This is his actual painting-esque phase. This is, you know what I mean? And I just think that's dope. And then you can hear the difference in your beat quality too, or your beat selection as well. The beat product that you're putting out, I think is going, you play a different ear because, like I said, that Painkillers is in a different chamber totally than anything on that Orokusaki. You know, it's totally, but I mean, it makes sense because it's 6 years apart. But all right, I digress.
No, big ups, man, big ups. I always try. You said about the progression with the pictures. I always just try staying ahead of the curve. Really, like,
absolutely,
just making something different, and I'd find a different style, and then I'd roll with that for a bit and continue. To me, like the pictures is the same as the beats. It's like, I'm sampling the collages, is blending them in. You blend the beats together, compressors, and it's all the same. It works exactly the same way for me.
Hip hop.
It's the code, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, it's obvious, man. You said the word right there, progression. I feel like that's what separates the parrots that I'm calling them now from the actual originators, the people who are really invested into what we're doing here. And I say parrots because everybody knows parrots can talk.
They talk back.
Everybody knows parrots can talk, but they can't.
Only can talk.
They can't create original thoughts, they can actually, but they can't create original words. They're just going to regurgitate everything in the same 4 or 5 words that they use. You know what I mean? So I think that's almost the same. You got real MCs, real producers and beat makers, and you got real artists out here. It's a clearly defined thing. Absolutely.
Like for me, I wouldn't want to make a cover that I made 4 years ago again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to try and make something new.
Absolutely. What are your? Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Did you do the Strange Fruit, the El Camino? That's yours too.
Man, I don't even know. What was the cover?
I forget, man. I just thought of it in my head
With him as well, it was like, other people were asking me, like record labels and stuff were asking me to do stuff for it. I know I've done a few of his covers, so not too sure which one that is, man.
Yeah, let me Google it real quick. I think it. I don't know.
Don't eat the fruit, not Strange Fruit.
Don't eat the fruit.
Yeah.
Don't eat the fruit.
Another one.
Hey, Strange Fruit. Strange Fruit is Billie Holiday.
It is Billie Holiday.
It most definitely is a Pete Rock song. That's one of Pete Rock's hardest songs on that Soul Survivor. Oh my God. I used to always like 10 times in a row.
And Billie Holiday, the Billie Holiday song.
Oh yeah, that was cool too.
It's one of the most incredible and dark songs I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's about being lynched in the South.
Yeah, she was doing
seeing lynches.
Yeah,
lynching.
She equated them to strange fruit hanging from the trees.
Right.
Go ahead, Duke.
What I love about Pete Rock is, and especially those Soul Survivor albums, was how he mixed people together. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's what made it the best.
Yeah, man. He get one from one crew, one from another crew, one from another crew, and then mix it all together, man.
That's the one we're talking about?
Yeah. That's Don't Eat the Fruit. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's old, man.
Yeah. That was that was when El Camino wasn't Scam Camino. No, that's when he was just starting to become Scam Camino.
Scamino.
Wait, I can buy this for $10. Wait.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can get it for $10.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Don't pay anything more than
not
that.
the artwork, just the digital download.
Yeah.
But here's the deal: if you get a physical from him, it ain't coming. Pause.
Yeah, you don't buy no physicals from her.
Scamino, yo. Boom. Hey, yo, so bang, check it out. Boom. So Sam Jones is your government name?
Yeah, man.
Ral Duke. So look, you got the alter ego, man. Like, I got a fake government name whenever I rap. Jamal Jenkins.
Nice, man.
It's you know how you got Peter Parker, John Jones, Clark Kent. You have all those names. Bam, 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 bam. With the same. So I gave myself Carl Knott. Oh my God. Word.
Oh wow.
KK. I'm JJ.
KK Crusher Creel.
Word.
Right.
Let's go with that. So boom, how did you get introduced to this genre of this lane of music? When it came back, you were always around music. You started making beats. You know what I'm saying? How did you get introduced to this lane?
I don't know really, man. It was sort of just being around. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things, man. I've always got my ear, to what's popping off in hip hop, and it was just one of those, stumbled on. What was the first Griselda record I heard? Hitler 2, probably. Yeah, I remember it being on Bandcamp. Yeah, my mate put me onto it, and followed since then. Yeah, that's about it, and just watched it grow. Watched it grow from basically the start.
Yep,
true indeed. Yeah, Hitler 2, definitely. You around with Hitler 2? It definitely. That's the beginning. I say Griselda Ghost is like really but people didn't really pick up onto Griselda Ghost until after Hitler's 2. Hitler's 3, Fly God, they didn't pick up on it.
Remember, the Hall and Nash as well, man.
True indeed.
Like only finding that on SoundCloud, you know what I mean? It was one of them, you'd only find it about on SoundCloud. But.
True indeed. Boom, boom. Now, how did you get into making music with Griselda? How did that come about? You know what I'm saying? I know the album covers, but how did you get making music with Griselda early on?
It was just a natural thing, I guess. I was doing covers for Conway. And, I just said that, I produce as well. He sent me some beats, sent him a batch of beats, and then next thing I know, Painkillers is coming after an Alchemist song on his fucking album.
That's amazing, man. Yeah. How you feel about that? You was like, oh, shit.
Super buzzing with that, man. Super buzzing.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Dope. Real dope.
True indeed. So, born from 2004, it's almost your 20-year anniversary, G.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, I think I'm there, man.
I think I'm 2006 is when I started. I picked up a pen. You know what I'm saying? And and I wrote some shit, and I started spitting it. So my homie was like, I said, I don't know how I'm gonna say it though. He said, say it like that. So that's how the whole comparison to RZA began. Like I wasn't trying to do it on purpose, but like people were like, oh shit, you say it like that, just say it. I'm like, okay, boom. All right, whatever. So we almost
sorry, man.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say before I picked up a pen or started rapping or whatever, I was a big Wu-Tang head, man. You couldn't tell me nothing. It was Wu-Tang and all the affiliates for fucking about a decade and nothing else.
Yes, indeed. Facts. We all Wu babies, man. Wu babies. Who else was you digging other than Wu-Tang? Because I know you had some other. I know was Doom in there as well in the 2000s.
100%, man. 100%. Yeah, 100%. First time I heard Doomsday, blew my head off, man.
And I know you got the.
Yeah, I got the tattoo, man. But it just blew my head. Sampling off the radio. It was just the rawest form of hip hop I could ever imagine, and all the comic book shit and stuff like that as well. Just amazing, man. And it ties in with Wu-Tang with the Kung Fu,
True indeed. They had comic book rhymes though, and they had Iron Man. That's probably the reason why I love Supreme Clientele so much, because they had the Iron Man theme song and music in there. I'm like, this is amazing to me. But let's talk about this nerd shit I see right there. I'm a big nerd, my dude. Like I'm super nerd, man. I see you got the Krang joint right there. I ain't never really seen that before, yo.
Is Krang in the belly?
Man. Yeah, he's there, man.
Oh shit! Wow, yeah.
Does he come out?
I see him. Yeah, there he is. I see him in there.
Yeah, he does come out, man. He falls over all the time and goes everywhere, man.
All right,
and he's a blue tack on the feet.
So real quick, I wanted to show you this. So I had a podcast before with a really good friend of mine, Ken. Shout out to Ken. And he told us, well, his sister told a story once on the podcast that when they were poor and they couldn't really afford toys, he would just see stuff on TV and then he'd draw it and cut it out and play with that. And he had told us about having like a little paper Michelangelo, and I laughed so hard I almost pissed myself on the podcast. And then I had my wife draw up a paper Michelangelo that I pinned up on the wall next to where he would sit on the podcast. But yeah, that's
amazing, man.
So I figured just with your Krang, I'll keep him out.
Hey, guarantee Ken's his Ninja Turtle action figure didn't look that good.
No.
Word. Let's see what else I see. I got this Doom with the laser gap right here.
Yo, that's sick, man.
But the cape comes right here. The cape comes on right there, yo.
That's amazing.
I got Thanos. He got a one with the gauntlet. These are all big joints.
That's an arc reactor, son. That's an arc reactor.
Definitely, yo.
That's all I'm gonna say.
This is a limited band of tequila.
Shout out the adult shit.
Oh yeah, I got I watched Plain Jane, but the something's 360 ran up in the spot, stole base. King Griffey.
King Griffey was one of my favorite baseball players.
Yes, mine too.
King Griffey. I got hella shit. I got the new Cable. I got the old Cable. I got Iron Fist with his fingers that move, son. I found all this shit while I was moving. I got mad nerd shit. I got the old Iron Man right here. Where? I got hella shit in here. Oh, I got here's to the star of the show right here. The best thing about this right here is Luke Cage right here. He can flip off people. His fingers. You see? Can y'all see? Yeah. Oh man, I got to get in the camera. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's flipping you off. See?
Great.
Yeah. Well, that's the best thing about this. That right there.
I got Odin on a throne.
Word. Oh, he's taking a dump, huh?
Yeah.
Yo, that's sick.
Mr. Sinister. I got hella shit in here.
You still do you collect any comic book stuff, or you not even really into that world?
Yeah, I mean, like, partially. I was listening the other day. I think Lukey mentioned Preacher.
Yeah.
Love
Garth Ennis.
Yeah, Garth Ennis, man. The Boys, you know.
Mm-hmm. The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I tried.
Do you watch The Boys?
Yeah, I watched some of it.
How'd you feel about it? How'd you feel about it?
I like it, man. I like it. I think from what I've seen, they tamed it down. I've heard later in the seasons it gets a bit more absurd.
Does it?
Yeah. The comic was dope.
Yes, they changed a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really cool with it. So if you finish it to the point of it right now, you'll be pleasantly surprised. I guess I should.
Are we getting a season 4?
I believe so. But
it's all down.
Never a black guy, correct? Black Noir was never a black guy. He was the clone of fucking Highlander.
Right, in the comic book.
Yeah, but he wasn't a black guy.
He wore the mask because his face got all scarred up.
Yeah. True indeed.
He's a black guy as well. Simon Pegg, the main character was Simon.
Mm-hmm.
It was based on Simon Pegg, isn't it?
Yeah,
and he plays his dad in that.
Yeah, he plays his dad.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This little. I just try not to be mad anymore at people when they fuck up my favorite shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or so.
How do you feel about the Wu-Tang TV series?
I haven't seen it yet. I've been waiting.
Man, I'll tell you what. I kind of like it. I'll give them their props for adding on the creation of Assassination Day of all songs to pick. I think that was dope. But go ahead, Lukey.
Hey, yo, boom. Here's what was supposed to happen. If y'all don't know, I was in a group called New Guys with Young Dirty Bastard, and my homie Els Digi was supposed to play Method Man, so I thought I was going to play RZA. And Old Dirty Bastard's son. He was in the group. Bar's son was going to be Old Dirty Bastard. So I heard they said the Dirty can't act. And so they didn't put us in it either. So I didn't want to watch it, period. You know what I'm saying?
You got bitter.
So, yeah, hell yeah. But then I watched it at the barbershop. I was like, yo, it's pretty good. I can't
You
really...
would have been a better RZA than kind of the dude who's in there right now.
That guy's voice is off, man.
Yeah, I don't like his voice.
It really is. Yeah, but he tries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll give him that. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm not going to get down too hard on the show. I think they're trying. I like the fact they're trying, but obviously, as somebody who was in the era really there, I'm taking it with a grain of salt. I don't need to watch it and be like, oh wow, this is Wu-Tang Clan, huh? This is what they're all talking about. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But Duke, I have a kid at my job who's 20 years old. He came in talking like Wu-Tang, and he's from Florida. He talks like Kodak Black, but he comes in after watching the Wu-Tang, man, and he said, man, this show got me saying things I don't usually say and doing things I don't usually do. And he made him go back and listen to the music. So the show is serving its purpose and doing what it's supposed to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But 20-year-old kid listening to Kodak Black goes back and I play him some Wu-Tang. A kid from Florida who thinks he's Zoe Pound. The show's working. Yeah. He ain't never listened to a kid who, when we talked about Nas, he goes up to us and says, what? Y'all listen to Little Nas X? That's what he said. I'm like, no, we're not talking about Little Nas X. And nah, we're talking about Nas. Who? Nas Jones. So if it makes him go back listen to Wu-Tang, by watching this show, the show has to be decent. It has to be. So
cool. Yeah. I'm gonna have to check it out.
So indeed. Snowfall. He watches Snowfall and Wu-Tang. Definitely. No Mandalorian. You check out The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I watched the first season. I fuck with it, but it was one of those ones where my attention span was lost for an episode and I just never carried it on.
Yeah, it happens to me too, man. I can't front. It kind of happens to me with people's albums as well. Like, they have one bad album, I'll be like, fuck. Then I don't want to listen to the next one. I don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just listen to the older shit. It's crazy, man.
I rarely jump off my couch, but when Luke Skywalker showed up in the second season, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I almost shit myself.
Yeah. I jumped off the couch. I was that excited.
Yeah.
Oh man. Busy. Hold on. Here's a fun fact that I found out. So what's the lady Mandalorian's name?
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I was watching Riddick the other day, Riddick Part 3.
Mm-hmm.
And Bo-Katan is in there with her titties out.
Katie Sackhoff.
Awesome. Yeah, Katie Sackhoff. Thank you. Yeah, whatever her name is, her titties were out and they were all right. So shout out Bo-Katan.
Hey, yo, don't say my car's topless.
Just say Bo-Katan is
out.
Titties out. Titties out. Hey, yo, I got that movie somewhere.
But no, I like her as an actress anyway, though. And, all that aside, I like her as an actress.
Yeah, she's been in a bunch of stuff. Yeah, she was actually the voice of Bo-Katan in the Rebels and Clone Wars series.
I think she was in this other movie that I like called Mean Guns. Yep. I got to look it up. Was she in Mean Guns?
Yep.
Oh my God, Mean Guns! Google everybody under my voice. Google Mean Guns. You're gonna love it. It's a great movie. Ice-T's in it. It's about 99 mercenaries placed inside a jail, and everybody's trying to survive to make it out alive and win like a cash prize or something. They have to survive 24 hours.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
Yeah, check it out. Sick. I think you'll like it.
No, actually, that's Kimberly Warren.
Oh, okay.
Who looks similar to her. Yeah.
She looks similar, though. Okay,
yeah,
see, I'm not tripping. All right, sorry.
Are her titties out, though?
I don't believe so. I didn't watch that movie for titties. I mean, and look, I was pleasantly surprised by seeing Bo-Katan's titties.
I don't know. She's got a nice wet T-shirt spot in it. The glare's there, but
that's cool. I like implied nudity as well. I definitely, I'm from the era of having to watch Cinemax through the snow and the blur screen. So, anything that looks remotely like a titty, I'm cool with.
Oh, hey, yo, boom. Didn't Bokeem Woodbine die in that movie too?
Yes, in Mean Guns. Yeah, I believe he's in Mean. No, he died in Riddick. Yep, he sure did. Yep, he died in Riddick. Yep.
They got a Riddick 4?
I don't know about that. I stopped watching that 3.
I think so.
They do have a 4?
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming out. Yeah. Vin Diesel's turning for Riddick 4.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All
let's
right.
go back to this, yo.
Yeah, let's go back to this. I got a question for you. I got another question. So while we're still talking about cinema, what cinematic influences do you have? Like, what are your 5 favorite films that you think of when you think about doing your art? Because you've already mentioned Fear and Loathing as inspiring your name. So what are some other movies, 4 other movies, let's say, that fit into your life and have shaped your path to where you are right now that you count as influential movies?
It's a difficult one, man. Like, I'm a big film head, innit? So,
okay,
so many films, man. But I figured out about a year or 2 ago that the greatest film is The Goodfellas. Like I just
really,
okay. It's the perfect film for me. Got a bit of everything in it.
I'll dig a fucking hole.
But you think it's the first time I dug a fucking hole?
Think it's the first time I dug a hole? Give me the shovel.
Yeah.
But yeah, to think of other ones, you know, I'm really into fucking cheesy martial art films.
Okay.
I love that shit, man. I love that shit, and I think that does come through slightly in the artwork that I do, like you know, like the 80s sort of action films and stuff like that.
The blood sports,
the Van Dammes, the Seagals.
Yeah.
But I watched this dope one the other day, man, called Drive.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Not the
Drive is the shit.
The Gosling one, not the Gosling one.
No, you're talking about the one that has David Allen Greer in it as the crooked cop, right?
I believe so. It's got
she's a prostitute in it.
Damascus something. He's a martial artist. Is it Tom Damascus or something like that? My mate will shoot me for getting that wrong.
I think that's right.
But yeah, the guys who directed The Matrix done it, or like, you know, choreographed the Matrix.
Oh, okay.
They had the hand. That film's so dope, man. The martial arts in it is sick, man. But yeah, there's other films that inspired the art.
Yeah, just inspired you. I like where we're going though, because that whole chamber of 80s janky martial arts, like, you know, Steven Seagal, Van Damme, let's say Coke martial arts. I mean, that's definitely a chamber. Absolutely.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, man. Like, for me, it's like it got to a point where the cheesier it was better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
That comedy
American Ninja.
Yeah, best of the best.
Best of the best, yeah. Bloodsport, all that type of stuff.
Delta Force with Chuck Norris.
Of course. You gotta love Delta Force.
Right.
They had some newer ones that came out in the 2000s, like early 2000s, like Shinobi, and it was like just too dramatic. It was like,
they took it too seriously. You know what I mean? It wasn't as good as the 80s was. I don't think they took it as serious in those films that we're talking about. I think they were literally just like, here's $20 million. Some Coke. All right, go make a movie. And that was it.
Just make sure you spit out a corny line every time you beat somebody.
Exactly. Give me a close-up. Give me a close-up.
That's the formula.
Newer films that channeled that are like Shaolin Soccer. What is it? The other one? Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite. Yeah,
I think any of those like Def Car or whatever it was that Quentin Tarantino made. I think Machete. That's kind of in that vein. Hobo with a shotgun. You know, anything like that.
Drive. I love that stuff.
Drive.
Yo, if you haven't seen that, check that out.
1997, correct? Yeah, I gotta check that out. Definitely gotta check that out, man.
All right, that's 3. So we're on 3 right now. All right.
I'm gonna have to say Scarface, innit, for the Plugs I Met cover. You know, that's obviously a big inspiration for that. Like, and another one. I don't know, man. There's too many to choose from, you know.
Well, I see that you definitely like Taxi Driver. You know, that's definitely made its appearance. So, are you a big Scorsese fan or a big De Niro fan?
Both, man, both. Yeah,
Yeah,
both.
you gotta be.
Okay.
I think.
Gotta be,
Okay.
man, gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
They both tied together, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Did
Not
you
so
like
much.
Raging Bull?
Yeah, 100%, man.
I
Jake
love
LaMotta.
Raging Bull. Yeah, Jake LaMotta.
Yeah,
Jake
I'm
LaMotta.
not so much into The Irishman.
Yeah, me
Not
either.
really.
I tried to watch it again the other day, and I wasn't really like I was falling asleep.
You want to know
it was
the biggest problem with The Irishman was they had so much they wanted to put in it, and it ended up being too long.
Yeah,
and sometimes you've got to find a way to edit it down. It's not necessarily about short attention span; it's about whether it's worth it in the story or not. And there were just parts that seemed to just go on in that.
Too many details, right?
Yeah.
I
They could have trimmed 30 minutes out of that and probably had a tighter movie that paced better.
That's why these
but
shows
the acting was great.
Yeah.
You know, it was a great movie. It just didn't flow well.
The bit I couldn't deal with. The bit I couldn't deal with is where they de-aged them.
Yeah, that's what I hated too. I hated seeing Robert De Niro walk around with his weird motions in this. Yeah, I didn't like that.
It just looked wrong, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one, and unfortunately, they're going to continue to do that stuff now.
Yeah,
they can
because of the technology.
Yeah,
but this is why some of these shows work better as shows than as movies. That's why you have all these series that like The Boys wouldn't have been a good movie. Like, nah, I mean, that's why The Watchmen was so impressive to me. The movie The Watchmen was so impressive because they squeezed all that shit into that movie and it still came out pretty dope. They kind of fucked the ending up a little bit, but still they made this crazy graphic novel that's probably this thick, you know what I'm saying, pause, into a
cohesive movie. Yep.
Yeah, they made Alan Moore movie dope. Viva Vendetta as well. They did a pretty good job with those
I don't
movies.
know if you ever saw the series that they did, but it wasn't near as good as the movie.
I decided
not to watch it.
Mm-mm.
I liked it. I liked it.
They fucked Dr. Manhattan up.
They did. His dick was out. I got a song called "With My Dick Out." Like Dr. Manhattan. Yeah, shout out to DJ Dread-Eye. He lives in Northampton over there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Like the song's called "With My Dick Out," like it don't matter. With my dick out, like it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do anything because I'm Dr. Manhattan. I'm naked. Yeah, I'm naked. Boom, boom, boom. But I think low-key, being over there in the United Kingdom, being over there in that area with the weather like it is, cold, rainy, you know what I'm saying? Word. I think y'all like to fight. Y'all good with your hands.
Are we stereotyping Brits?
Yeah. Y'all like to drink. Y'all like to have a good time. I think that's why sometimes the music comes out in a Mobb Deepish way. You know what I mean? Because you think about Mobb Deep, you think about these other soundscapes we have in our culture, and it sounds like you walking in a dark alley and you gotta keep your head on swivel. You don't know who's gonna jump out and grab you. Know what I mean? And that's what I feel like. That's why some of the producers over there across the pond, like I said, Dread-Eye has a perfect soundscape for me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the music, it sounds happy, then all of a sudden it's like dangerous. Like word, like yeah. So it's like that's why I appreciate you guys over there. Like I said, the homies over the pond. You know what I'm saying? The brothers, I root for y'all in World Cups. You know what I'm saying? Word. So yeah. So boom.
Big ups, man.
Yeah.
Tying into the movie thing real quick. So I know you mentioned Simon Pegg earlier, and for me, excellent filmmaker. But also Guy Ritchie. Are you a fan of either?
I love his shit, man. Love his shit. Snatch.
Yeah.
You know, Lock, Stock. Classics.
Yeah.
Well, and he's one specifically that he puts so much into the fashion and the music that's in his movies, as well as the plot and the dialogue and all of those things, which are fantastic. And he always gets great actors, but you'll notice that they tend to trend style in Guy Ritchie movies. Like, you know, they'll do shit and then all of a sudden that's the new fad. and I think that kind of is a hip hop element to me, especially in this kind of like the way this underground is right now. It reminds me a lot of that. He has that kind of influence, like a West Side Gun.
Yeah, I want to do a take with a British rapper, with like using like like how like Griselda would use like certain skits, but do it in like a British with Guy Ritchie films and British gangsters and things like that to make it sound like an album like that, man. It's definitely something I want to do.
Do you have any idea who you would like to do it with, Paul?
I'd be sending Sonny Jim with bits like that on it, like British rock stars, talking before the beats and stuff and things like that, man.
So y'all started it already?
I've set in the beats. I haven't had anything back yet. Okay. Only set in 1 or 2, like.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's gonna be high, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Are you familiar with Benny Lalo?
No, man. No, I'm not, man.
Yeah, check him out. Look him up. He actually came to the attention of think our world through Mav.
Shout out Mav.
Mm-hmm. But he's repping for the Cloth over there. Absolutely, I think he might as well say he a full-fledged rapper for them under the Mav flag. But yeah, you should check him out, man. Maybe reach out to him. Maybe that's something that y'all do together, man. Because he would be great for that type of sound.
Great spitter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, and that's what I enjoy about watching this show is I'm finding out a lot more people. Like I'm checking out a lot more people.
That's our job, man. That's what
we're here for.
Yeah, this lane is so deep.
Just for anybody that didn't see that Mav episode or didn't know, but Mav and the Cloth decided they were going to start doing these contests where they would kick out a beat and send it out to people and let them spit their bars on it and submit it back in, and they would pick somebody, and then they would be on that track with Mav and members of the Cloth. And the whole purpose of doing it was just to scout talent and to find out who's out there and who hasn't been seen, and give some people exposure. And they played a number of the different tracks, like on IG and stuff, so people could hear some of the different stuff that was out there. But Benny definitely crushed it. And to the point where he was like, I need to work with this guy.
So indeed. Shout out to Mav, because he's like a originator of dope content.
Yep. Love that dude.
Well, now let's get to this right here, yo. How did you link up with Mickey Diamond for the album, son? How that link up? How'd that occur?
So it was one of those ones, that Top Shelf Premium.
Yeah.
Video, man. I seen that. I was like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah.
Brother, yeah.
It was just that video was just insane. All three of them,
Yeah, because that was Snotty, Pro, and Mickey, right?
Yep. Yeah, it was the three of them.
Yeah.
It blew my mind up, man. And then I just delved into their catalog, which is already a large catalog.
Yeah.
Well, and then Mickey made it worse with 13 drops last year. So
Mickey had 13 drops last year?
Well, no, he had 13 drops that sold out in a row. So let me put the right shine on that.
Just checking. I was about to say, goddamn, man.
Yeah, just wake up, rap, wake up, rap, wake up, rap,
That's
wake
it.
up, absolute rap, wake up, 112, rap, wake up, absolute rap. So boom, this is go ahead.
I gotta give him a shout out, man. Mickey, man, just fucking, he's sick, and on a level guy as well to speak to, man.
Mm-hmm.
True indeed.
Yeah,
we've had a couple of conversations with that dude.
I was worried because when he said he was going sober, sometimes when you go sober, you be like, be the same. He leveled up.
Super leveled up.
Yeah,
he got sharper.
He was really he definitely got sharper, yo. You got the sharpest version of Mickey doing the project, son. Word. So yeah, like that's a blessing right there, yo. Boom.
This project. Go on. Sorry, man.
And and it dropped right after the big Ghost drop. So I think I think that kind of helped propel it even more. You know what I'm saying?
And first of the year this year. So yeah, I think it was a great time to drop that project.
definitely, because it's been in the bag for a while.
Really?
You know, we've had that. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was recorded. I look back, I swear it was recorded May last year, maybe even before that. Maybe March.
Really?
Could have been March, man. Could have been March. But yeah, we've been sat on that one, man. Yeah, but it gave us enough time then to get everything right on it as well.
Nice.
He's so professional, man. Like, you know, he was like, right, yeah, I'll get you everything over this day. Boom, there. You know what I mean? I had all the vocals there then. It was, you know, a painless journey working with him, for sure, man.
Sure. Yeah. So indeed. So you both are Ninja Turtle fans?
100%.
Like,
yeah.
True indeed. So whose idea was it to name the album like this? Take us through the creative process of this album, yo.
Yeah, so it was a bit. So I was speaking to him like after I seen the video, like the Top Shelf video. I was speaking to him, and I was like, "Yo, I want to make this project with you. I want to do like a Mad Villainy sort of thing with you." Like that was the initial idea. You know, I wanted to make his version of Mad Villainy because I wanted to different style of beat to what he usually goes on, innit? Yep. And I think we did achieve that. It was like
definitely. It
was from a different time in hip hop. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a bit more in the lane of like a rocker sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that was the initial idea, and I think like we were talking about an album cover, and he's like, "Yo, I should wear the Shredder mask on the album cover, like innit? Like imagine the Mad Villainy cover, but with Mickey there with a Shredder mask on, like, you know." And then after that, you know, it was the Shredder album then, and then it spawned then into a Rokusaki.
Indeed.
But yeah, that's the origins of that, I guess.
So indeed. Shout out to Mondo Slade on the joint, yo. Shredder versus Casey Jones. That's our guy right there. Yeah. I'm the man, yeah.
You did the artwork for this as well, correct?
No, that was Stabmaster Arson.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I killed that shit, man.
I do like the nod to food though. Was cool.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, it was sick, man. But
that caused a lot of crossover appeal for Doom.
It really tapped in.
And now y'all fan.
It really tapped into, you know, 3 dimensions really, because you've got like, well, more than that, myself, Mickey, then you've got MF Doom, the cover reference to MF Doom, and you've got the Ninja Turtles. There's people on YouTube reviewing it that, you know, review Ninja Turtles stuff, you know, and they're doing reviews of this album. Like, it's crazy, man. It really tapped into a lot of different angles, really, like.
So indeed, in the packaging, the packaging of the album, did you have anything to do with that as well?
No, man, no. That was all Stabmaster Arson, man. Gotta give his credit. You know, as far as albums covers go, I think he's the best out there.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, yo. The Bars Over BS, the Bars Over BS release when it has like the Super Nintendo cartridge.
It was really I love that looking. Shit. Yep.
Yeah, shout out to Ty, man. That shit was fucking ridiculous, yo. RZA voice, fucking ridiculous. Yeah, so the crossover appeal. People out there, marketing. Yeah, that's how you market a fucking album, yo. Branding, marketing. You know what I'm saying? The song titles as well. We
had so much ideas. So many ideas that we haven't, you know, there's still potential to utilize those ideas that we had. Like we got a lot of ideas in the
so then we can expect a part 2.
It's definitely not the end, like, you know.
Good.
Definitely not.
Good. I like to hear that.
The bad guy always comes back, you know, like it says on the record. Like, so we'll see, man.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure, you know, in the comic book world, nobody dies. You know what I'm saying? And no one has ever. I mean, Killmonger got killed. Come back. Like, boom, it doesn't matter. You can get Dragon Ball Z. You get wished back 80 times, yo. No Son Goku shit. So
isn't there a series of Ninja Turtles comic books where like 3 of them died, and I think Michelangelo's the only one left, and he's all dark now.
I got it over
dark
there,
and wicked fucked. Yeah, the Ronin. Yeah.
Yeah,
you said you were reading that, Ral?
Yeah. I got a copy of it, man. Yeah,
what you think of it?
Super dope. I haven't finished it yet, but
the artwork looked insanely cool.
I just finished it, so it's dope art. It's absolutely dope. It's perfect for it. But okay. I'm gonna hit me up once you finish it and let me know what you think about it. What you think of it so far?
I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. It's dark, gritty. It reminds me of Old Man Logan.
Nice. I could see that.
Yeah.
It's sad, yo. Now, what do you think about this?
I think you stunned Primo Jab, or he froze for a sec.
Oh, he froze, yo.
No, there he is. He's back.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm back. What happened?
He looked startled.
Oh,
I heard this, fellas. I heard this right here. I heard that they're in the process of making, we call it, or coming up with ideas to make the freaking, what is it? Ninja Turtles and Batman.
Like the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone told me that Spider-Man and Ninja Turtles would be better, but like, nah. It's definitely Batman. They're ninjas. Like Batman's a ninja.
They got an animation of it. They got Ninja Turtles and Batman animation. DC done it.
I ain't seen it. I haven't seen it. I need to go check that out, yo.
Did you know there was a role-playing game for Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Really?
I've heard of it.
Yep.
For Ninja Turtles, Batman or Ninja Turtles?
No, just Ninja Turtles.
Oh, no, I didn't know.
Yeah, you'd create characters that were like, different animal-based ninjas and weird stuff, and yeah.
Man, you got to realize, man, Ninja Turtles and that whole property, intellectual property that Eastman and Lard made, there was a time when that shit took over the world.
Yes.
It was
the hottest thing out.
It was Ninja Turtled out here, man. I mean, I remember that video game alone, the at-home version, but especially the one that you played
the
in
arcade,
Pizza Hut,
the stand-up arcade one. Yep.
Oh my God, the Turtlemobile, that shit was great.
Yep.
See, I disappeared into the ether off of that, man.
I know.
It was magnificent.
Hey, Carl, you definitely got to cut that up right there, Carl. Hey, yo, boom! I remember going there with like $10 bill with quarters. You know what I'm saying? And lining them shits up. Like we going all the way. I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
$10 was a lot of money back then.
If you got to that giant crane, you were official.
Yeah. I probably need more than $10 for that, though.
Well, not if you were good.
I wasn't good.
Well, there you go. Get better.
It's too late now. Well, there's a free arcade we went to in Cocoa Beach, Florida. And all that you pay like $5 or $10, whatever, you get in there free. You get in there, all the games are free. You know what I'm saying? So you never need anything to so you can go all the way. You can dial all you want or whatever, and they rig the game so you just beat the games.
So shout out real quick to Bless Picasso, because he has the Ninja Turtle stand-up game in his home arcade. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yes.
And it's definitely, man. Definitely, man. So what you got on the horizon for us, man? What you got for us, Duke? What you got on the horizon? Yeah.
I got a few albums. Like I got one with Jay Wade. I got one with him. That's done.
It's done.
It's done. The tracks are done, but we just need to tie everything together. But the tracks are complete. There's about 12 tracks on that.
Okay.
I've been working with this guy, Coos Williams. You know him?
Coos Williams?
Coos Williams.
I believe I do know him. I've
heard the name.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
I'm not familiar.
I think.
Of a mix between Nas and Big Pun.
Ooh,
that's what he reminds me of, man. But I got about 4 tracks done with him. What else have I got? Just started work with Size Greenie. Yeah, we're gonna get an album with him.
True indeed.
Yeah, I'm into doing albums. I'm not into just flying someone a beat. Yeah, I like to make the full project. So that's my thing. Because I like to. I believe a classic album has a beginning, middle, and an end.
Yeah.
You know,
and if it's themed or cohesive in the direction that it's trying to go, that makes a huge difference for me.
100%. I always think back to 2001, Dre. You know, just the way that album flows, takes you on the journey, and then it's got the ending to finish off, like, you know.
What other albums do you think of like that? Since you gonna shout out The Chronic 2001, which I do believe you're absolutely right. It definitely feels like that contained project. What else do you look to as projects that are like that help, I guess, keep you kind of with your artistic vision in the right way when you're trying to make a coherent project?
Guess like the Wu-Tang albums, you know, I feel like they've done the earlier ones, so like the golden first 5 years, them ones. What else? Like MF Doom, you know, he done it. Madlib, genius at doing it.
Okay.
Yeah. West Side Gun, even, you know, and them lot, like, you know, I believe they do a good job at it. But to me, that when I think of a classic album, it's just got to have that. So I try and make that every time.
True indeed. I'll tell you this right here. Water for Chocolate, Black on Both Sides. One of the Pusha T album, now it's almost dry. Daytona. Even though it was short, he put together. As you see, how you put together a sentence. You got the boom, the predicate, whatever, and you end it on a paragraph. He put together a paragraph or a story. Album should be like a story.
I'm gonna throw out ending. Eddie Kane and Big Ghost's Tree Grows in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's a good one. Absolutely,
that to me was a movie. That like he told a story start to finish in that.
Czarface, I think Czarface.
I like Alfredo. I think Alfredo's like that.
Alfredo was pretty good. Yeah. Alfredo was really, really good. Shoot, Supreme Clientele.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Snap! You have one of the best ones. What? Come on, man. We forgetting one of the best ones. Okay, we're talking about Wu-Tang, right? What is the best front to end album in that joint? What the album we ain't said yet?
Liquid Swords.
Yeah, but it ended with
36 Chambers,
right? No, not 36 Chambers, even though it ended pretty good, but they had remixes at the end. But yo,
he built the Cuban Links.
Oh yeah,
shit,
of course.
Yeah,
of course.
That was amazing, especially how Papa Wu ended it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You have to play it front to back. You have to. You're absolutely
now. Is that a whole Wu album?
No. I said just one of the Wu Collective. It's definitely that's just honestly that's Raekwon. It's not Raekwon and Ghost. It's really Raekwon. Even though it's Raekwon. Yeah.
It's Ray Ghost co-starring Ghost and with special guest star You God. God was extra heavy on there. Master Killer Meth. Yeah, they've showed up.
I even like Bulletproof Wallets because how it ended. Yeah.
Fish Scale.
I love Fish Scale.
Okay.
Fish Scale and more fish. What is that joint? Is that Papa Kids? No. What's
Kids?
The one with Shaggy Dog? No, Shaggy Dog. Shaggy Dog's on what album?
Oh, Shaky Dog.
Shaky Dog. My bad.
Oh, you're all good. You call it Shaggy Dog.
Was that on Fish Scale?
Shaky Dog.
That's on. That's on Fish Scale.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love that, yo. But they have a bonus track on there that's not on streaming services. That means I have to find the album and put it on my computer. Where actually it ties it into the end of the album, yo. It made it make total sense.
Do you know one album I love? And I bought the CD I think I got about 7 copies of the CD. It's not on any streaming site.
Oh yeah.
So I just wanted backup for life. Bobby Digital in Stereo.
Oh, Ooh. I do like that album a lot for whatever reason. Tarantula. That's one of the hardest raps ever on there.
Yeah, I fuck with it. Bobby, there was 2 years where RZA could do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? Rapping or doing beats.
Yep.
Yeah, but he was rapping, he was going off. Every song, he was just going off, yo.
I like him when he's in his cybernetic ninja stage, you know?
Yeah.
He's going on about camouflage chameleons and that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Camouflage chameleon. They're just getting get building.
His hardest
trying to grab the gun. They got the woman and children. Nah, I think his hard. That's one of the hardest verses. But the other one is Assassination Day.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Assassination Day.
Those who bring rushes even crushes.
Assassination Day. Like, yeah, man. That's definitely one of those songs that
true indeed.
People you just have to honor it. That's like stepping in a puddle that is mixed full of mud and dog shit and getting it on your foot, and the face that you make when you smell it, you're just like, oh my God, like that's the type of disgust that you have when you hear that song. It's just, oh my God, I'm about to play that song at very high volumes, riding in my car right now, right after this.
Wait, so it's safe to say your influences are RZA based, correct?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Name 2 other producers that we really been influenced by.
Madlib, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
J Dilla.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah. He on that fifth scale. Madlib on fifth scale. Dilla on fifth scale. RZA on fifth scale.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, you're missing Doom.
Doom
got a whole album with Ghostface that we haven't heard yet.
You know, Rock Marciano as well. I gotta throw him in there.
Hey, yo, bro, you talking about speak my language.
But Marsburg, I think, is his best album.
Well, he produced a lot of that though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I fucks with it. But I think, my favorite, I don't even know. My favorite rock. Okay, Reloaded. Bitch 2. Beheld a Dark Horse. Then Revenge. Elephant Man. That Osborne is up there as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It depends. Oh, Marcialago. He produced a lot of that as well. Rock is, Rick Martel is my favorite song off Supreme Clientele. So it's like,
okay.
People,
you do say that a lot.
I do. I love that. And the funny thing, I found that same sample and I flipped it differently. You know what I'm saying? I just looped it. Did the same thing he did. Yeah. So okay, boom. Now, I forgot what I was gonna ask you after the producer thing, but when you said rock, you got my favorite producers. We like A-Likes, bro.
Yeah, man.
Dilla Doom, RZA, Dilla Doom. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I think those 3 are the best to me as far as what they did. Yeah, and you throw in rock. I think rock to me is my probably until he dropped Mount Rock. Was it Mount
Marcy?
Yeah, I thought he had the perfect catalog until he dropped that.
And don't leave out Madlib.
Yeah, Madlib. I love Madlib for what he did with Talib Kweli. Who else? Liberation. That was Liberation. Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs and Madlib.
Yeah, but not so much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's other stuff. Madlib with Doom.
Prime Pays is a flawless song.
Yes, definitely.
Prime Pays. And not only that, shout out Madlib and Kanye for No More Parties in LA. Oh, that's another one of those. That's another one of those beats that it comes from a dark, grimy place. Mm-hmm. I like it a lot.
Do you listen to any commercial music?
I listen to all sorts of music, to be honest with you, man. It's not just hip hop for me. I'm digging for records all the time, like, so I listen to all sorts, man, like jazz, soul, so like as far as commercial stuff goes, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what I listen to that you would class as commercial. Stay away from the radio, man. The radio's bad in the UK.
Yep, it's bad here too.
Yeah, unless you listen to the news see who was asking that. But boom, who would you like to work with in the future, man?
Yep, that's what I was going to ask. For sure.
I don't really know, to be honest, man. Do you know what I had the thought earlier? Ito, I'd like to work with.
Mm-hmm. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd definitely be sick.
I'm really into Uncle John as well.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Uncle John, ill, yo.
I like his stuff, man.
I think that would
like
be,
I said,
yeah.
I want to get a British rapper. I want to make that project. I'm working with. That's another thing that I'm doing is with the boys I used to do it with. I'm doing something with them, two of them as well, which is going to be sick, man.
Oh yeah, so it's like kind of a reunion of what you was doing back in the early days.
100%, man, and we're trying to relive that sound, same sound as well. So we're trying to recreate that.
The Squid Ninja recording.
Man.
Is your door moving on its own? Possibly. Okay, because it's kind of freaking me out. I don't want like a poltergeist or a Taken situation happen.
Paranormal activity.
Just keep talking. I mean, we'll find you.
I will. Neeson's out. Don't think I won't.
Yo, boom.
I have a particular set of skills.
Yeah, I don't got my gun on me. My gun in my book bag. You got me looking over here like I'm about to gotta go shoot somebody, Carl.
I got a lightsaber.
So that's definitely a thing with when I want to produce stuff for someone. I want to try and make something different to what they're doing. Like I'm not talking like synthesizers or anything. I'm going to keep it in the same path.
Okay. Yeah.
But like, I'm just going to try and put my own little spin on it.
True indeed.
I've decided I'm only going to sample Chinese opera.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I ever listened to Chinese opera before in my life.
No one does.
That's why you win, probably with the samples from there.
You got a fresh grade.
I thought about like going on like X Hamster or X Vids and like sampling like old 70s porno. Like
that is a dope chamber. You got to find them though. I mean, that's
some funky tracks in there.
It's a lot of dope music in those old
bass
pornos,
heavy grooves.
Yeah, true indeed. I've heard.
I can write you some porno grooves.
Yeah, some vintage porno, some vintage 70s.
Yeah, I can cook you up some vintage porno shit.
Oh yeah, just like vintage 70s techno.
Like slapping on the bass.
It sounds very
You could come up with some extraordinary track names for them as well, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You know he will.
Lukey Does Dallas. Easy. I'll take like all the porno names back in what were some of the porno names? Easy. And there's a lot. The Debbie Does series are the best.
Yeah, Debbie Does.
Yeah.
Easy's another one. I don't know. I would just take all the names. A Night in Paris. Oh my God. I thought about I wanted to when Raven Simone was like thick and regular, I wanted to make a sex tape of her and call it That's So Raven. Yeah. But then she's a lesbian now. I don't think I have a chance. Maybe. I think I have a chance with every woman. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 50% chance. You know what I'm saying? Either yes or no. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's not the way that works.
It's logic, right? Even though I know she wants to do this, she don't want to do this. She want to do this. So everybody can listen to this. You're not watching
every show. It just takes a certain point. Sometimes when we go, it's so good, and then all of a sudden we dive into this dimension. How many mics you had?
One. This is strawberry kiwi. It's seasonal.
Oh, that's an exotic flavor.
I hate to say this, Primo Jab, but that is the reason right over here. This guy is the reason that we probably can't sign up for any of those podcast award shows.
You're right. I was looking at that.
I looked at the rules and I was like, nope, we ain't going to classify there.
Exactly. I said the same thing. So what we're talking about, guys, there was this whole, I got this ad today. Like, hey man, why don't you submit your podcast for some sort of podcast awards? I mean, number one, I thought it was a scam because we had to pay money to be considered for this award, number one. But number two, I automatically knew we weren't going to do it. And I just sent it to the guys as like kind of a joke because as soon as I read those requirements, I was like, oh, well, I mean, as soon as they listen to a good episode, they're out of there. They're going to be like, no.
Episode. And Lukey, let me just clarify. You are not alone in that. All three of us have said some loud ass shit on this podcast.
Yeah,
so.
but it's also it's cool though. And if that's our price that we don't get considered to pay for the right to have an award, so be it.
No, I'm totally cool.
Hey yo, Duke.
What's up?
I think what I say is like I'm holding back.
What was that?
I'm holding back. I ain't even saying everything I want to say.
I salute you. I salute you for having a filter, bro.
I can see the ideas running through your head.
Yeah, check it out. I'm in this. I get to test Nike products. So they got new shoes that they put us in. We wear them. We hoop. Then we do a survey. I can't really show y'all on here, or I'll get kicked out the group. You know what I'm saying? I'll show y'all at the end.
No, you don't show us. Yeah, I don't want to mess up your money.
No. Off camera. So they were saying, "What are these?" I said that the Andrew Wiggins. I lost my family ones. And everybody was like, "What the fuck? Who is this guy, man? What the hell?" Yeah. And so
get it.
Yeah,
get us out of here, man.
And so whole for 2 hours, everybody called them joints. I lost my family ones or the Andrew Wiggins.
The Wiggins.
I guarantee they're not
so
Andrew
rough.
Wiggins. Nah.
Hey man, see you a trend maker, man. You a trendsetter.
Yeah, word. But that first game, I think if we played at 15, I had 7 points. After that, I don't think I scored no more points. I was dead, G. I was dead.
You went crazy the first game.
Hell yeah. And I got them free shoes. Primo J. Carl, what else do we have?
So I know we're kind of on a tight schedule. So I just wanted to tell you, and I know we've chatted before, but I really dig what you've been doing.
Indeed.
Orokusaki is still in rotation for me. And, I've got a bunch of really great albums that came out, and that one really stood out to me.
Thank you, guys.
And to follow up the Big Ghost double album and knock it out of the park like you did, just excellent. Definitely. From the marketing of it, from the sound. Obviously, Mickey bodies everything that Mickey does. So, just hats off to you. And thank you so much for coming on. Big ups,
man. Big ups. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me, man. It's been a pleasure.
No.
Like I said, I'm a fan.
You're a fan of you. You
that's better than any stupid award show for me.
Real shit. Right. Yeah. You a trendsetter. You know what I'm saying? Word. You were definitely a trendsetter and got a lot to do with what went on with the culture, yo. What still goes on to this day. Primo J, what you got?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. I'm here. I was frozen in the zone. But yeah, once again, man, I appreciate you so much for even checking us out and listening. But I appreciate you even more for your contributions to this culture, for what you're doing right now. I think is, again, like I said earlier in the podcast, we are currently in a Renaissance era. It's been proven, and you are definitely one of the visual standards of this era. You have an impact on this era, and the fact that you are coming back also and really putting your stamp on with the audio contribution as well, that just makes it even more dope. That's a true Renaissance man, Renaissance person. I think that's what they call it. Hey man, we're really proud that you came on the show. Really proud of just what you're doing, and I think everybody over there in Wales, if whatever y'all seen is like, they should honor the fact that you sitting right there in the midst of it, man. Yep. I think you representing very well for the home team over there.
Definitely.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate your words, man.
Hey yo, if we ever do a track together, we should do a picture with Gareth Bell. In the collage. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it, man. I get the rectangle on his eyes, man.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There you go. See, that's the thing. Like you can either do the eye cover or do a smush face or paint or whatever. Which way?
Those are variants. How you want it?
Yeah, how you want it? Yeah, let's do 3 different variants.
There we go.
In all your different eras. Yeah, do all your different eras and just do variants of each one. That would be dope. That's how you do it.
Yeah, and he played for LAFC. So that's MLS over here in America. and he played for Spurs. Then he went to where did he go to last? Somewhere last. Yeah. So he's been in America. Tottenham? Yeah, he played for Spurs.
Okay.
He's killing it. Then he went to Real Madrid, did good, and sat on the bench. Then he went to LAFC. Yeah. Then he's definitely a world-class international player for the Welsh national team, yo. He almost fucked us up. He almost, man, motherfucking, who was out of goal? Turner was out of position in goal. I swear to God, if Timothy Weah didn't foul him, he was lining that bitch up to kick that shit from like 40, 45 yards through the goal. I was like, I saw him wind up. I was like, no. Oh, yeah, yellow card. Yeah, I was never so happy to see a yellow card in my life, yo. What? Yeah, there you go, man. But we do appreciate you, what you do, bro. We look forward to seeing what you got for us in the future, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Especially you going back and backtracking the Squid Ninja. That's pretty good. That's some good shit. Because a lot of people have quit and they need to come back. This is a great time in hip hop, a real profitable time, and a real time where art and lyricism and actually gets good music is appreciated. So I think it's time for the people that didn't really get that shine back then from the 2005 to the 2012, 14s to come back and now thrive in this era. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a great idea for you to backtrack.
Great point.
And give it your old crew, bro.
And these guys as well, man, they're top tier lyricists. Like they stand up with anyone, man, you know? I can't wait to make this to show people, man.
Well, you'll have to come back on when you're ready.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%.
Yeah, and we can get to do some Instagram live shit with you and shit too, man. So everybody just stay tuned, yo. Everybody stay tuned, yo. Word.
Yeah,
so we gonna wrap this up. I know it's like probably like 6 a.m. in the morning over there.
It's almost 2, right?
Almost 2, man. I gotta be up at 5, man. Savage.
Oh yeah. Boom. My bad, G. But boom, we out of here.
Man, it was worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Word. Home is over the pond, yo. But yo, we gonna let him get some sleep. We'll see y'all next week. Wow.
Peace.
Peace.